I want to share an insight that I've had about life that really helped me improve my life. People very quickly tell you who they are, what their values are, and how you're going to be treated if you stay in relationship with them. And I noticed when I was younger, more of my dating time, but also I've noticed business with partnerships and things like that. If people, show you in the beginning that they're abusive, that they're dishonest, which is the worst, or in some way antithetical to your beliefs, what you know is that's only going to expand, and that is who they are. And if you open yourself to what someone is actually showing you, that's going to guide you on whether you should stay in relationship with them. And I'm thinking specifically about a building that I got involved in many years ago, where I got a call from a guy. He had this building that he wanted to buy, and he wanted to bring me in as an investor. And I remember at the moment, he said a couple of things that suggested that he didn't really know what he was doing that much. But I saw the building, loved it, and I was making a lot of money at the time, and I was like, I want to buy some real estate, get more exposure to that. And so I went in on it despite some minor misgivings at the beginning. And the other sign that I had with him is that he had a partner a couple years before that had bailed out of a project, and I couldn't figure it out at the time because it didn't make any sense to me that this partner was bailing out of the project. And I think about that more. Instead, my sort of greediness to be involved with the deal and my excitement about the deal made me overlook the problems that were with this particular person. And the problems were he didn't know what he was doing specifically. He just didn't know enough about the field. He had been successful in one or two projects, but really didn't understand the business that well. And as time went by, the problem with him not understanding the business created a bunch of problems in the business. I ended up selling out and taking a big loss on that investment. And I realized that all of that was knowable, and there were clues right at the beginning. And the same thing with romantic relationship. Got involved a couple times in dating some women that were just had some bad character traits. Weren't nice servers at a restaurant, for example. And I just don't believe in that. And as I found out, that was just an aspect of their personality. They were abusive towards people, just self-centered and abusive. And again, because at the time I wanted to be in the relationship, someone I was attracted to. And so I ignored that. But that was at my peril, because what I found out later is exactly those things that I got the minor preview to became huge problems later. I think the bottom line to this, people will tell you very early on who they are and what they're about. And if their values don't align or there are danger signs, your mistake is ignoring those danger signs. I think in my experience, I do it because I have some other agenda. It's like, oh, I'm really attracted to that person, I want to date her. Or, oh, I really want in on that deal, it could be amazing, so I want to be in on it. And so I ignore those danger signs at the beginning, and then it comes back to haunt me later. So I think when you think about relationships, whether it's a personal relationship or a business relationship, I think that you should try to look at what's there, see the truth of it, what kind of person are you dealing with, and then just make sure you're not manipulating your own thoughts about it in order to get some other goal that you really want. Like, oh, I want to be in on that deal, so even if the person isn't that honest, or even if they're not that competent or not that experienced, I still want to be in on the deal. I think that's a big mistake. So I think you should strive to see what the truth of it is, not overwhelm your critical thinking ability, not overwhelm your misgivings that you have with this desire for something else. The best business people and investors in the world, like Warren Buffett, for example, they're very careful about getting into obligations. They don't, like Warren Buffett, just jump into a deal. He gives it a lot of thought, and it doesn't take a lot of really great deals. Like, he'll tell you it's a handful of great investments that have made his entire career. But what he didn't do was get involved with bad investments that ruined everything. And I think there's a lot to learn from the many, many decades of wisdom that Warren Buffett encompasses. A lot to learn from that and that approach. And I think the core of it to me is strive to see the truth of a person, their core. Try to see the truth of a deal and what it really is about. Try to see the truth of anything you get involved with and what it's about. Not to take something that you really want, being in what appears to be an attractive deal, being with what appears to be an attractive person. Don't let that overwhelm your misgivings, and trust your gut. It's a big part of this. You want to trust your gut. And I would say get involved slowly and carefully with anything, and then your life will be much better and richer for it. It's much easier to say no the first time than it is after you've got your foot into it and gotten started. So that's my message for today. I hope you have a wonderful day. This is Bob Diamond, over and out for now.